it's Dawn from Ninja Money Crochet. Today I have for us to do this beautiful crossover stitch. It's done with double crochets and it's a multiple of 4 plus 3. This stitch can be done in any weight yarn with any size hook as long as your yarn and your hook size match. So grab your hooks, grab your yarn, and let's get started making the crossover stitch. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be using some worsted weight yarn. I believe this is Red Heart Super Saver. And I'm going to be using a eye hook or a 5.5 millimeter hook. Again, it doesn't matter what size yarn you use or what size hook, as long as your yarn and your hook complement each other. So to start this stitch pattern, you're going to use a multiple of 4 plus 3. So for today's tutorial, we're going to chain 27. Once you have your chain of 27, flip over your chain, and we're going to work in these back bars of the chain. The reason I do this is I think it has a better finish to your project. Now, you don't have to work into the chain this way, but I just like to work into the chain this way. Again, if you want to work into the chain into the front of bars, that's perfectly fine with me. So we're going to start second chain from hook. We're going to single crochet in each stitch across the chain. I'm at the end of the chain. I have 26 stitches. You will have however many stitches you have for your project. We're going to chain up 2 and turn the work. This chain 2 does not count as a stitch. We're going to place our first double crochet into the first stitch. Skip this next stitch and double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Now we're going to double crochet into the stitch that we just skipped. So yarn over, we're going to reach back with our hook and get both loops of that stitch, just like that. Grab your yarn, pull up the loop, yarn over, and complete your double crochet. And that gives you that crossed over look. Skip this next stitch and double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Again, we're going to double crochet in that skipped stitch. So yarn over, bring back your hook so that you can see that you're in both loops. Grab your yarn and pull up and complete your double crochet. Skip the next stitch and go into the next one and double crochet the next 3 stitches. So let me pull out some more yarn. I'll show you one more time. Yarn over, go into that stitch. Like I said, it's okay to turn your work over to make sure you're into those both loops. After a while, you won't have to flip it over because you'll know that you're in both those stitches. And complete your double crochet. Please continue this pattern all the way till you get to the end of your chain. Your last stitch will be 1 double crochet into the last stitch. I'll meet back up with you at the end of the row. I'm at the end of the row. I have 1 stitch left. We're going to put a double crochet into that stitch. To start row 3, we're going to chain 2 and turn the work. This again, this chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So we're going to place our first double crochet into that first stitch. We're going to skip the next stitch, which is right here, and double crochet into the next 3 stitches. Then we're going to double crochet into that stitch that we just skipped, making sure we get both the loops, and finish the double crochet. Skip the next stitch and double crochet into the next 3 stitches. It's the same repeat that we did for row 2. Again, we're going to double crochet into the skipped stitch, making sure we get both loops, skipping the next stitch, and double crocheting into the next 3 stitches. And going back and double crocheting into the skipped stitch. Okay, please complete this, and I'll meet back up with you at the end of the row. Okay, I'm at the end of the row. I've got 1 stitch left, and I'm going to place a double crochet in that stitch. So this is how you do the crossover stitch. Back out the camera so you can see. How this looks. And it's also reversible, so when you flip it over it looks the same on the front as it does on the back. You can use this stitch for scarves, you can use it for blankets, dishcloths, pillows. You can use this for a lot of different things. So there you have the crossover stitch. So if you've liked this tutorial, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you won't miss any of my tutorials. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Happy crocheting! Bye-bye!